Alright, I just want to make a quick video talking about why I'm not working anymore in this period of my life. Because I've been somebody who's been working for the past 10 years straight, pretty much. And finally I'm just like quitting my job for good. Why is that? The main reason is because I broke my leg recently and had a major surgery. So I want to take some time off and think about that. But it's funny because as I broke my leg and wanted to think about my surgery and everything, my employer wanted me to just keep working. So it's been kind of relieving to be able to like completely quit my job and just not have to work anymore. And that's something that's kind of like weird because most people are going to be working for the rest of their life. So it's like, how can I literally just say like I don't have to work anymore? And the main reason is because I've been in this situation for like the past 10 years. Like even 10 years ago when I first had my full-time job, I was kind of questioning like why. I just kind of made like a ranting post like I don't like my job. I don't like the situation my dad is putting me in, telling me I have to like get a job. But then even when I have a job, my employer or my boss is like on my case about kind of nothing. And just kind of venting about that and talking about how unfair things were back then. And yeah, somebody suggested I start looking into Reddit r/slash financial independence, and then I did that. Now here I am 10 years later with a bunch of money saved from that and able to quit my job. I've also been trying to like do all this stuff in between. Like for Parrot, I had a bunch of money in crypto, but then I lost that. And I also had two full-time jobs for a little while. And I've just seen some crazy stuff just working in the corporate world. Like the most money I've ever made is literally just having a job and working hard, not trying to cheat the system, so to speak. I think it's like slow, consistent wins over time is like the main way to actually make money. At least that's how it's been for me. But it does make me question like, is that the best way to make money? Because you see all these people like making money from crypto or like people who are like billionaires because I don't know they just work on like some company or whatever. It doesn't even seem like they work hard, but like they make all this money. Meanwhile, there's like people who are grunt workers working their ass off, and they're getting paid like nothing, and they hate the job. It's like kind of miserable, even though they're doing their best and they want everything to be good, and want their life to be like evolving. It's like they're not getting compensated for all the hard work they're doing, and this is something that I've noticed in my job. It's like you work corporate America, and it's just like I remember one of the jobs I had, I was getting low performance reviews, and I'm questioning it because I'm like, why am I getting low performance reviews? I'm like, in the background, I was kind of thinking like, I'm just gonna sit there and I'm gonna do my best, and I'm going to like give this job my all and see where it takes me. Like, I'm not gonna try to talk too much. I'm just gonna be in the background doing the best I can at every single thing that's assigned to me, and even going above and beyond, like working extra hours, whatever. And I'm doing all this. Meanwhile, I'm not I'm not talking about it. Like I'm just kind of like hiding in the background, like doing my best. And then I'm getting hit with these low performance reviews. So I'm kind of just like, oh wow. Like luckily I had savings so I can kind of do this, but it's just funny that I'm getting hit with low performance reviews. Meanwhile, like if I'm looking at the reality of the situation, I just see like, hey, I have a manager who's like actually not even working whatsoever. He probably is just like idle on his computer, and he's the one that's telling me I don't have good performance reviews. And later, I talked about this to my brother, and my brother's like, oh, I'm a manager too. It's like managers are highly valued for what they can say to what they say basically. And speaking, he kind of made it implied like speaking is more valuable than like sitting there doing a lot of hard work. And that's kind of true. I think speaking is like a way to easily do a lot of perceived value, but it's like the real value is probably in those people who are working really hard. But then the people who speak about it get all the reward, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate with that statement. So it just makes me like question a lot of things about life. Like, are the people who have done like all these amazing things, or whatever, are they even truthful, or just like working off of like what other people have done for them. And I don't know. I think it's funny because even in video games, it's kind of the same way. Like I remember I used to play this like MMO as a kid, and the person who got the farthest supposedly was somebody who kind of like cheated. Like they just requested help from like other people rather than like work hard themselves. Like they didn't want to grind the character; they just had people grind the character for them, which is kind of cool, I guess. But it's just like is that life? It's like you're just gonna get like people to grind for you, and it's gonna be like unfair and stuff like that. For like, I don't know. It's just you think like, oh, people are just gonna work for like themselves or like like work for like some kind of merit. You think like, I don't know, but I guess if like you talk well enough, that's like how you evolve in life. And yeah, I think that is true because I also read the Bible and it's like things are that way too. But it also makes you question like how much of it is honest? Like how much of what you see is even honest? And yeah, I don't know. But yeah, luckily I'm able to quit my job. Like I have a bunch of savings, and I don't have to work anymore if I don't want to. Probably is reality. And I already have like the world mapped out in a way where I'm like, oh yeah, people pay taxes, or whatever. They live in the system. You make so much money. Luckily I'm a U.S. citizen, whatever. And it's like, yeah, this is how much you need to live. This is how much I spend daily or in a month. Like I have extra already, so it's like, okay, I'm good. But but yeah, I wonder if I enjoy my life because I still live with my parents. I still live in a cheap way and whatever. But there's people who probably they have a lot of debt. They have like a nice looking house or an apartment or whatever. But do they actually enjoy their life? Because if they have a lot of debt, then they're probably like stressed, and then they're probably thinking they have to work. And then when they have to work, they probably have to like talk bullshit to their employers because they need to pay the bills. And then it's like, are they really enjoying their life? What's the point of all this? It's like I don't know, but I just think I just think it's funny, and I don't think I would ever envy somebody who's like if I'm actually enjoying my life more than like people who are kind of like cheating at life, then I'm down for it. And it's funny too because like I think I did really good in school because I like actually cheated on it a lot. Like I didn't always cheat. I just kind of did what was easier. Like, it was easier to just do the honest route, and I would do that. But oftentimes it was actually easier to cheat. Actually, usually it was more easy to do the honest route, but it was kind of like a. There were definitely moments where it's easier to cheat, and it was also easy to justify it too, because it's like when you're living in a system where it's like teachers get tenure and stuff, and they don't even give the kids like anything better than what they would get in just going online or reading a textbook, and it's like, should you even pay attention to that? And especially with ChatGPT now, it's like most of what other people are doing is just like a copy of like what somebody else has learned, and it's just like even if like one person has learned how to do something really well, they're probably copying pieces of that from somebody else. So the final result is just a bunch of everybody copying off each other. I think that's how humanity works anyway. So it's like, what's really real? What's full of integrity? Like even most games, it's like when you play these games, it's like you realize that most of it's just like copying from what other people do, like other people's meta and whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this stuff a little bit, and I think the moral is nobody even cares like how much money you saved or whatever. So you might as well just live whatever life you want to live, and life should be more about doing what you want rather than doing what you feel like you have to do, and enjoying the process or the journey as much as possible. Anyway, I'm just gonna end that here.